everyone, Nick here with Android Unite, and we want to thank you for part 2 of this Novo 7 review we have going on. What we're going to do actually is we're going to go more into the software kind of things on this, and we're going to look at things like answering a lot of your guys' questions that you've had. Does Facebook work on it? Does the YouTube app work on it? What about the Android, the US version of the Android market? And we're going to get to that right now. So a few things. If you didn't watch part 1, this is the Novo 7 Basic, the $99 ICS Android 4.0 tablet, which we proved to you guys before. It actually launched, let's see if we can just show you real quick. It launched with Android 3.2, as you can see right there. So that's the this is that tablet we were telling you about earlier, and we're just going to go into part 2 of it. So first things first, let's start off with the Android market. I had some problems installing a lot of the apps. I just picked out a few from the market that I can install, and just to show you guys, this is the Chinese version of the market that came preloaded, and also this one as well. And if you saw part 2, I couldn't install, or I couldn't find it on there, so I actually found it this time. And as you can see, pulls right up. But the only problem is I have 40 plus apps on this thing, and I'm going through my list, and only 6 or 7 are available, and these are just the ones that I installed recently, just for this tablet. But as you can see, I've had 40 plus, but only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are available to install. So pretty disappointing, just because this processor that's inside the MIPS processor, the Experts, excuse me, it's a lot of the apps on the market aren't compatible with this processor yet, so a lot of the apps aren't going to work on there. So what I found was a great alternative was the Slide Me Android market, where the famous emulators like N64 OID and so on are found. So this one, actually, a lot of the apps are available in here, and you can tool around and find some in here as well. So I found a lot of these apps are more compatible than the stuff in the official Android market. So, but anyway, that's what we wanted to show you about that. Books, music, all that, that's available for you, so you won't have to worry about that, and so on. So next thing we want to point out is the YouTube app. What comes on here pre-installed is the Chinese version of the YouTube app, and unfortunately, you can't surf the US videos on YouTube. So what you're probably going to have to do is just go to the mobile YouTube website, and we'll just punch that in real quick. And this works pretty much just like the app does itself. So this is just a little thing you guys can do. So let's look for a video real quick. Oh, here we go, Minecraft. Yeah, we all love Minecraft. And so we say we want to view this video. What you can't push this one because it's not going to play. So what you're going to have to do is hit that full screen button at the bottom, and then that's how how these YouTube videos are going to load. So you'll have to do it that way instead. So unfortunately, it's sad, but I mean, it still works. So, and it plays just fine. So, and we're going to go ahead and push play, and as you can see, it pulls right up. So. But I mean, the display is pretty good, bright, colorful. I've actually have no problem with the screen, the brightness, and the video playback with this, and also the speaker on the back is probably one of the best speakers I've ever played around with before. It's just loud, it's great, you can hear well, and so on. So next thing you guys asked was, does Facebook and Twitter work on here? Okay, official Android apps of the Twitter and Facebook, no, they don't work. But you can do third-party ones, and the only one I could find that was compatible with this one is Seismic, and you can just add your account, your Twitter and Facebook account through here, and just mess around with it that way. So that's the route I would take for that. And one other thing I wanted to point out, Google Talk yeah, it's not going to work. Even though you do have your front-facing camera at the top, it's not going to work. So I haven't tried installing it third-party and see if it'll work. But yeah. So another thing I wanted to show you was somebody asked was does Netflix work on here? I went ahead and installed. It's not in the Android market. I couldn't get it in the Android market, so I went ahead and downloaded the APK for it. And just so you guys can see, Netflix right here, and it's going to install. But no, it's not compatible. Even though this is the Honeycomb APK, it doesn't work on here either. Where again, it's the processor, so that's probably what you're gonna have to. We'll have to wait on that and see what developers can make this app work for different types of things. So overall, I did mess around with it a lot, and I got it to run a lot smoother than our last review. So it's pretty quick. I've noticed a lot that when you use live wallpapers, it does tend to lag a lot. But when you just use standard ones, it works pretty good. So, for example, let's play a game, and you guys can see just how well, in smooth this thing does, and especially the speaker and the quality of it and stuff. So, loading time on this game in particular is going to take a little bit. I mean, this phone, we did a quadrant score last time. It's slower than the Nexus One and the Droid X and stuff, but it's decent. Especially when you get your tweaks and everything mixed. What do you call it? Everything worked out with it. So Wi-Fi, I've never had any connection problems. I've always stayed connected, and it connects automatically when you turn the device on. So that's a really good thing. So you don't have to go into the settings and, I want to turn on Wi-Fi and stuff. So it works out really well. And we'll just wait for this a little bit longer, and we'll show you guys. I haven't had a chance to test out the HDMI yet, but I've heard actually it works pretty good. It does the full screen on your TV. Everything comes up, and it's really bright and colorful and perfect. So let's see. I actually, the camera, I'm very impressed with it. I've taken many pictures with this, and they came out crystal clear, perfect. And it's amazing, especially also with the video recording as well. So let's just go ahead and hit continue, and we'll turn the volume up just so you guys can hear. And turn this one up. Oops. Okay. So, and it looks like might have frozen on us, guys. Yep, looks like it froze on us. So, bad example, I guess. So, but maybe it didn't. I don't know. Maybe it was the volume that I was messing around with too much. But let's just go back and see. See it's force closed. So, a lot of games, like I said, they're bound to work, but they're not. I mean, we'll go ahead and try out Guitar Hero just so you guys can see. I'm sorry about that. The other game I was playing with it last night, I'm actually very, very addicted to. So, this is just a demo of Guitar Hero 5. I found it in the Android market, and so I was like, well, let's just try it out and see how it works and stuff. So, we'll just go ahead and do the demo game, and blah, 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 blah. That loads up pretty quick. And we'll do this one, do the guitar. No, we don't want to download a bigger file, because I'm just going to install this app anyway. Uninstall, excuse me. So you can see it runs pretty good. You can get some games on here, just, nothing like Modern Combat 3 or anything. I actually did try to install that as well, but unfortunately didn't have any luck. I also tried to install the emulator apps, the ones you can play like Game Boy or Super Nintendo and stuff, and that actually didn't work as well. So there's very limited apps that can work on here, but you can find some of them that you want. For example, I just went and Angry Birds. It comes pre-installed. You can't re-download it. Bonzi Blast works. Cut the Rope works, but freezes a lot. Fruit Slice works. Maps doesn't work because it doesn't have GPS. Robo Defense, Robot Unicorn Attack, they all work. Pac-Man works, and so on. And what did I click on? And sorry, cannot play this video. But anyway, you get the idea. So Spider-Man works good, and so on. So, but we just wanted to stop by and answer a few questions you guys had. If there is any more, we'll be happy to show you again or answer your questions for you. Again, I was playing around with it last night, and the screen totally went berserk. I'm going to go ahead and post up that video on YouTube too, just so you guys can see the screen was just colors going everywhere and dashing, and it was really bad. So I'm going to go ahead and post that up. And if anything does happen or it freezes or anything, you can't take it off to the battery, but you're going to have to hit the reset little button in here and find something that can fit in there and hit it a few times so it'll restart for you. But other than that, pretty good tablet. I find it's it's worth the money just because it's a honeycomb tablet and you get all this stuff. But it's not high end. I'll tell you that right now. It's really not. And if you don't mind, if you just want to read books or watch videos or YouTube or anything, no hardcore gaming, no nothing intense or anything like that. Just the simple stuff you can do on here. So, and we'll just leave you with that. Again, any other questions, feel free to hit us up on our Google Plus page, our Twitter page, our Twitter account, or just leave comments in this YouTube video, and we'll get back to you and answer anything you guys have. So, again, thanks for watching. And if you guys get this tablet, let me know how you like it. Let me know how things are working out for you. So, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again for watching, guys. Bye-bye.